The most recent addition to the SanParks offering is the Mokala National Park. It's basically a replacement for Valbos National Park, which was deproclaimed to comply with land claims and diamond prospecting rights. The park was officially reproclaimed on the 19th of June 2007. The name Mokala is a Tswana name for the camel thorn tree which grows abundantly in the area. It's a park with a special purpose.
Okay, we've got Mokala's been set aside for the management of rare, endangered and valuable species. We've got things like roan, tsessebe, sable, antelope, and we've got the three lodges that we have. The one called Mosu, the other one Mofele, and then we've got Lilydale that's on the Riet River.
Like almost all other SanParks facilities, you have the option of overnighting at the national park. At Lilydale Rest Camp, you will be on the river's edge, where you can take in breathtaking views for kilometers. These face brick thatched units come equipped with everything you will need for a comfortable bush break. The units are self-catering, but if you want to indulge in some fine bush dining, then take a short stroll to the Lilydale restaurant. The main luxury accommodation is the Mosu Lodge. The lodge boasts a cool, sparkling swimming pool for the warmer months. Accommodation units are equipped with every amenity you will require on your stay. A restaurant with bar facilities, outside lapa, lounge and entertainment area with a built-in fireplace. Guided game drive activities complete an unforgettable experience. For those who believe that bush luxury is an oxymoron, there are more rustic accommodation choices.
Except the three lodges, we also have a rustic camp in the park as well called Hakkensteek, where people are completely alone, where they can enjoy nature in its full force there. Then we have the bird hide, which is in the daytime being used by visitors to go out and look for birds that come to visit the water frequently there. And then at night it is being changed into a accommodation facility where people can stay overnight. It's unfortunately one night only, and there's a small braai facility, braai area with a shower, toilet, and the people can then stay there at night at the bird hide. They're not allowed to drive around at all. They stay at the bird hide and then they can see the wildlife coming to drink at night.
If you have childhood dreams of spending a night in a treehouse, they can come to fruition here. This treehouse is kitted out with a double bed, lovely linen, and even a kitchen. From this vantage point, you can watch over the watering hole. Along the terrain of the park, your guide will show you the etchings on the rocks. Easily overlooked by the untrained eye, these marks are actually rock art done by the San and Khoi people. As the newest park, Mokala has steadily growing visitor numbers.
Well, it's probably the most beautiful park of them all. My colleagues probably will say their parks are the best as well. It's a unique park. It's the youngest park of them all. Our visitor numbers are increasing steadily every year. We haven't reached a flattening off of visitors' numbers yet. People are enjoying the park. We've got a lot of the three big vegetation types that we get that comes together in this section. We've got a drainage line here in the park where you have accumulation of water flowing down into a Kalahari thornveld section where the water just siphons through into the ground. And we've got a small section, Namakaru, which is quite rare in this area as well, that the animals make use of. So it's quite a unique park. The size of the park currently is about 28,000 hectares.
Before you make your way out of the park, be sure to have a gander around the park museum. Here you can touch animals which you saw the day before in the wild and discover the rich history of the area.
Just this past holiday season, SanParks had record tourist numbers. It seems local holidays in the country's national parks are becoming a very popular option. Let's find out more.
December 2013 was a record season for SanParks, with a 2.4% increase in visitor numbers. In total, the 20 national parks saw almost 700,000 people pass through their gates in a 31-day period.
Well, the indicators for December 2013 were quite good. The reason why they were good is because of the marketing effort that we put behind December in particular. Throughout the year we promote the parks. We go through to a number of travel expos locally and internationally. We also do a lot of electronic marketing through the social media and other platforms. So the success of December was not just a fluke, just because of the concerted effort that we've put behind marketing the national parks. Another factor that we can attribute the growth to is that national parks are still very affordable. Some people may think that actually national parks are expensive, but they're still very affordable. So I would say it's a combination of many factors that actually make national parks successful. Firstly, as I say, the marketing effort behind it and the wildcard program, and the fact that we are still affordable.
And it's little wonder that the #1 visited park is also a popular World Heritage Site.
Okay, in December in particular, the park that was visited by a lot of people is Table Mountain National Park. It sort of like lends itself to that, in a sense that it's easy in and out, people going up the cableway or others going through to Cape Point. So it was the most visited, with about 330,000 people in 1 month. Kruger followed in the footsteps of Table Mountain with about 180,000 people. As I say, most of them making day trips, although others were making an overnight stay. Well, a park like Garden Route National Park also followed with about 63,000, and Ado was there as well with about 27,000 people just visiting in December.
Interestingly, the large majority of visitors to the park are local South Africans.
If you look at SanParks in general, almost 80% of our visitors are locals. So, we pride ourselves with attracting local visitors. They are the pillar behind, the success of SanParks. Yes, we still see a lot of international visitors, but our major focus is towards making sure that the locals enjoy the parks. They visit the parks as regularly as possible.
With steadily increasing traffic through the parks, conservation and responsible tourism are of key interest for park management.
In Kruger in particular, we have daily quotas. There are about 12 days in Kruger that attract most visitors. Days like Christmas Day, New Year's Day, the 16th of December, and the other days. On those days, we have quotas as to the number of people that we can allow at a particular time. Okay, so that's basically how we we manage the numbers. But on a park like Table Mountain National Park, as people go in, others go out. If we could reach a point where we have more people inside than outside, those that could be waiting outside, will be made to wait for a while up until, a sizable number of people come out. So we have systems in place, to monitor that. We have an electronic way of counting as to how many people are coming in and how many are going out. So if we would see that actually we are reaching a capacity at a particular place, we won't allow more people in up until a lot of others are out. So our systems are structured such that we can be able to manage visitor numbers at all times.
There are plans in the pipeline to decrease vehicle traffic through one of the country's most iconic parks.
As part of visitor management, in Kruger National Park, we are studying a park and ride kind of service where people will park their vehicles in one point and be transported inside the park. It's still early days. We are looking at ways as to how we can best implement that process. If we get to a point where we now have too many people visiting the park. But as I say, it's still in the planning phase. When we've done the pilot and everything is working very well, we will then make a formal announcement.
With the popularity of local park holidays on the rise, SanParks encourages potential visitors to book early to avoid disappointment.